Let's get started by creating a new file. Since I will be drawing a pumpkin, I will rename this into pumpkin. I will set the width size to 1600 points and the height to 1000 points. Since I will be using this for web purposes only, I will go to the advanced and switch the color from CMYK into RGB. RGB gives me more brighter colors, so it's more fun for me to play with, but keep in mind, if you're using this illustration for print, you must choose CMYK. Okay, you can leave all the settings as they are and just hit create. For the icon design, we will need the pathfinder, align, stroke and the swatches. To find them, you can go to the Windows and just select these menu commands. Also, before starting, go to View and make sure the Smart Guide is selected. And since this is an icon design, we will be working only with the black and the white color. The white should be the fill and the black should be the stroke. In order to keep a clean workspace, I will delete every color I'm not using on the swatches. Just select one color, hold shift and select the last one. Hit the trash icon and now we have all the colors we need. Okay, I will zoom in a little bit so you can see better what I'm doing. First, let's open an ellipse. Click and hold on the rectangle and choose the ellipse. Okay, we clicking on the artboard and holding. Draw a similar ellipse like this one. Align it to horizontal and to vertical. I will increase the stroke to 20 points. And I will also make the stroke rounded because it's a lot easier to work with. Alright, now I will grab the selection tool and hit Ctrl+C to copy it and Ctrl+B to paste it back. Then I will use my arrows on the keyboard to move it on the left. Now I will scale it down with holding shift. And I will also slightly rotate it on the left. Alright, now we'll create one more copy. Ctrl+C and Ctrl+B. Move it on the left with the keyboard arrows. Also slightly rotate it and scale it down. Let's select the two copies. Move them on the right, and while you're moving them, hold Alt and Shift so you can create a copy and move it in a straight line. Now right click on it, select transform and reflect. Make sure this field is set to 90 degrees and press OK. Let's move it slightly on the left, but it's still not perfectly aligned. And to do that, I will hold Shift and select the right copies and the left one. Just do not select the middle one. Then when they are all selected, I will hit group and align them horizontally. Since now they are aligned, I will ungroup them. Now the next step is the pumpkin handle. I will be using the pen tool, but make sure the fill is turned off and then select the pen tool. Alright, the pen tool works with anchor points, so we need one anchor point here, one more here, but do not release the mouse, just click, hold and curve it a bit on the left. Now I will go down a bit and again curve it. So if you did a slightly different handle, it's no problem, because no matter how much you try, you can't do the same one. So do not get stressed about it. Okay, now let's grab the width tool and make this lower part larger by dragging on the right. Okay, I will just move it a bit on the left. I think this is a bit scaling. If you want to play with the anchor points, you have to grab the direct selection tool, click on them and change the position as you want. If you like to change the curve position, you can play with these handles. Okay, this looks good for me, so I will stick with it. Select the handle, go to object and hit expand appearance in order to eliminate that width effect and have just a fill shape. Now let's right click on it, arrange and send it to back. Let's again add a stroke on the handle. With the handle selected, we'll add a 20 points stroke and change the fill to white. Alright, now we will add a shadow below our icon. I will be using outline shadow, which I will create with the pen tool. First thing first, let's remove the fill since we will be using the pen tool. Create a line below the pumpkin. We do not like sharp edges. Make sure the stroke is set on the round join and round cap. I'll just move this line a bit down and like there to be an interrupted line, so I'll just copy this one and with the direct selection tool I will grab an anchor point and scale it down. Alright guys, we are done with the outline icon, so let's copy it and convert it into a fill icon. First let's select everything and move it on the left so we can create a space for our new icon. With holding Alt and Shift I will move it and copy it on the right. Now let's delete the shadow below, select the pumpkin, go to object and hit expand. With the pumpkin selected, hit trim on the pathfinder. Double click on the pumpkin so we can isolate it. Grab the magic wand, select the black color and delete it. Now select everything. You can't see it because it's in white background. We'll do a selection where was the pumpkin and there we have it. I'll change this to black. Okay, I think the handle is too sharp and too thin, so I'll just select the handle, do a stroke on it, make this stroke rounded, expand it and hit unite on the pathfinder. And there we have it guys, outline icon and a fill icon.